Hey there, Flosstube. My name's Katrina. This is Tartans and Threads. Welcome back, or welcome. This is a YouTube channel mainly about cross stitch. I do quilt and I'm teaching myself to crochet, but it's mainly cross stitch. Today is Tuesday the 16th of April and it's been a while. I think it's been 5 weeks, maybe 6. I've been a bit busy with work and kids, and it's been school holidays here in Australia. But thankfully the kids are back at school this week. Yay, me time. We will jump right in. I have a fair few whips and a lot of finishes and fully finishes. We will start with my first one. So this one is called Country Roads, and it's by Dirty Cuss Stitch. I've stitched this on Picture This Plus Oaken, and I found this frame on Temu, which I thought was perfect. There was a border in the original pattern, but I just took that out because it didn't fit, and also it didn't kind of suit the words, but I just thought this was hilarious. My son sings this song all the time in our kitchen making breakfast. I'm not sure why he loves it so much. I do too, but he loves this song, so I thought that was a good one. My next fully finish, sorry. This one's called Remember Me by Scattered Seeds. So I've stitched this on Picture This Plus Tyco. I love this stitch, it's beautiful. So I've done it in a pillow finish, and on the back, so I did the slit where you turn it inside out, and then I've hand stitched this little doily, which is crocheted by I think my great grandmother. So I just thought that was a nice little touch. I keep thinking I'm supposed to be putting the date somewhere or my initials or something to remember, and I keep forgetting. Something I need to be conscious of is dating my projects now that I'm starting to get a few more. My next finish, this one is Mini Anne of Green Gables by Soda Stitch. So I thought I'd give Soda Stitch a try because Jordan from the Tattoo Stitcher does a lot of Soda Stitches and they are beautiful, but they're so heavy in backstitch, which I don't love usually. So I'd been scared to give it a try, but I did, and I absolutely love this one. So it's stitched on Paddock Lane Lavender, and then I've just finished it on some sticky board or a coaster or something, just wrapped in motor fabric. I absolutely love this. I think this is my 4th Anne of Green Gables finish, and I have another 3 on the go. Can you tell it's my favorite book? Well, one of them. So now I also have to start a bigger Soda Stitch pattern. Excuse the back. I need to find some sort of felt to finish the back to make it completely finished. My next finish, I'm sorry I don't have the designer. I will have to have a search through my Etsy history because it's not written on the pattern for some reason. Anyone who watches 70 Show will know exactly what this is. Yeah, it's just stitched on white Aida, plain white Aida, finished on, again, sticky board, wrapped in fabric. But I'll put the designer's name down here, all called Full Threads. I think this is hilarious. You can even hear him saying it, can't you? And my last finish, and fully finished. So when I finish a project, I like to fully finish it straight away. I don't like projects just sitting around. They may as well be on display straight away. So I finished this one. This one's called Strawberry Jam by Tiny Modernist. It is done on Picture This Plus Heritage. Isn't that mouse so cute? So it's just a pillow finish. Turned inside out again, and then I've just found some strawberries fabric that I applicate over the top of it. So sweet. That's all my finishes and fully finishes. new starts. I was going to try and stop saying a lot. I know I do it a lot and I'm really sorry. My first new start since last time. It's been a while though, so I'm not surprised. I'm actually surprised I only have 3. I have started doing Sophie's Sheep by Plum Street Samplers. I am stitching this on Picture This Plus Murmur. And it just, yes, that arm again. I've just pulled threads from Stash. It's mainly just black. A little bit of green, a bit of purple. But that's where I'm at the moment. I just need to, if I get those swirls sorted, then I can have this as my car stitching project and just fill in all the grey sheep. I like to joke that I'm the black sheep of my family, so I thought this was very appropriate. I say black sheep, I'm an only child. My next new start is, I wish I got these papers out earlier so I'd be a little bit more organized. This one is Little House Needleworks and it's called Lantern Lane. Not sure why that's a bit blurry. Try again. I don't know why that's blurry, but you get the idea. I do love a good house, and who doesn't love a red house? I am stitching this on Fox and Rabbit's Flannel Flower. As you can see, I've started in the bottom corner, working my way across because I really wanted to get to that house. Also, I needed to make sure I was going to fit. I should have started in the center maybe to make sure, but I'm definitely going to fit. I'll have a little bit left over so I can make something small. I love this stitch. It is very addictive. I picked it up on a Sunday afternoon and stitched on it monogamously for almost a week before starting something else new. And my only other new start, which a lot of people have started this week, was the new Lola Crow aquarium, Deadly Aquarium SAL. So this is the first part that was just released on Friday, Saturday morning here, I think. That's the first section, which I started immediately as soon as I got home from work. I'm stitching this on Fox and Rabbit Swamp Thing. So it's only a little start, just down the bottom. Excuse my threads. But the colours, oh, are oh so beautiful. Look at how bright some of these are. The purples, I cannot wait for the purples. It's gorgeous. If you aren't stitching this, I suggest you get onto it. My needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU. So that's my finishes, fully finishes and new starts. Next, sorry, I'm trying to find my notes. Next is my whips. I didn't think to find my photos of where I was at last time, so I'll have to insert them here. So this pattern is by the Wanderling Stitches and it's called Grey Fries Bobby. I think I showed this maybe last video or at least the video before. I think I'd only just finished all the frame last video. And now, put some paper behind it. I finished one frame. So I've got these 3 and then some words to do. I'm stitching this on Fox and Rabbit Dirt Track, which is my all-time favorite of their fabric and the most impossible to find. I don't have stats. I don't keep track of stitches, how many I stitch, how long I stitched, percentage-wise what I'm up to. I can tell you when I started and when I finished, but that's about it. I just read from patterns. I don't digitally keep patterns, so I don't track my stitches. I think this just sounds like another job to me at the moment. That might change as I get a more experienced stitcher. I find now that I'm doing things that I always said, oh, I would never stitch samplers. I love samplers now. I would never stitch birds. I like stitching birds now. But so I might end up tracking stitches, but at the moment I don't. That's why I don't have any numbers for you. My next whip is the Rolodex Morning Sampler by Bendy Stitching. I don't have it in colour. I'm not sure if it came in colour and I just printed it in black and white. I'm not sure. So I've changed it also. So they're lyrics to a song. And it says, no grave can hold my body down. Whoop, I will crawl home to her. I've changed the lyrics to, I've changed the words to, I'll crawl home to him. So I'm making this for my husband. So I finished the first page. I have 4 more to go. I'm partway through the second page down the bottom. I'm stitching this on, I'm going to say Fox and Rabbit again, white clay. I love this. This is beautiful. These willow leaf, I think it's a willow tree. We don't have willow trees here. These hanging leaves are beautiful. My next whip, because it's baseball season. Yes. Baseball's not big in Australia, but I'm big into baseball. So this is my current whip. Take me out to the ball game. Little House Needleworks. I'll put a picture in here if I can find where I was up to. But here's where I am now. I'm stitching this on Picture This Plus Heritage. So I'm not even halfway, I think that's the halfway mark. Slowly getting there. I'm going to be changing the words up the top a little bit to put the Cubs in there somehow, whether it's going to be Cubs versus Visitors probably up the top. And I'll probably remove the little American flag and change it to the C, the Cubs flag. So this is what I stitch on when I'm watching the games. As you can see, I don't get far through it because I'm too busy watching the game. My next one, Lucky Dip. This is a Small Town Needleworks called Christmas in a Small Town. As I said, I love stitching houses. And I love Christmas. And I did like that there was no snow on this house because we don't get snow here in Australia, especially at Christmas time. So here is where I'm up to. I believe the door is the halfway mark, so I've done the bottom half, work my way over and then up, fill in the windows, that's about it. I'm stitching this on a scrap of, good question. Good question. I'm going to go Fox and Rabbit again. Probably white clay. I think this is an offcut from something else I've done. It is one of my favorites. Anything Fox and Rabbit is one of my favorites. Our next project I've been working on, haha, surprise, surprise, Fox and Rabbit fabric, is Pocket of Potions by La-Di-Da Stitches, Stitcheries, La-Di-Da Stitches, La-Di-Da. Pocket of Potions. I started this on retreat last year in May when I was at the Stitches Merchant Retreat. My plan was to finish it before retreat at the Stitches Merchant this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. Here's where I'm up to. This is on Fox and Rabbit Baked Clay. I am not far in. I need to put a little bit of hustle into this one. also silly, I bought, instead of just normal DMC 310, I bought the, I guess it's the silk version. It's not really silk, satiny. It's so slippery. It is so slippery and I really don't like it. But I also really don't want to pull all that out and start again. So I will persevere and just get it done and not buy it again. My next is a, well, I guess it's a new start. It's a restart. So I'm working on, where is it? Little House Needleworks. The one I'm stitching currently is Main Street Station. So I originally started this on a pale icy blue fabric by Paddock Lane, and the colors just weren't working. I didn't quite love this oatmeal color either. So I decided to switch, and I'm doing it on Fox and Rabbit's True Blue. So my plan is I'm stitching a whole village. There will be 4 of these across, 3 above and 3 below, and I'm doing a selection of the Little House Needleworks Christmas Village. Slowly but surely. So I'm on the first one, and I'm not far in. This is going to be a long project, I think. I do love this though, but I found I can only stitch on this during the day and really, really good light. My eyes don't like dark fabric at all. And my last whip, again, I wish I got all this out. This one's called Flosstube Friends by October Fiber. October Fiber Arts. This one is way bigger than I anticipated. I'm stitching it on Fox and Rabbit again, Desert Taipan. Need to make a gram guard for this one. It's a lot of excess fabric. I'm only just in the bottom corner. It's going to be a while. Oh, I can't believe I left my needle in. So bad. I do love this little needle minder. Is from Ginger Stitch AU, and it is a biscuit tin full of sewing supplies, obviously. The lid actually comes off, so you can use it as a little alt jar. How many of us had grandmothers with biscuit tins full of sewing supplies? I definitely did. So that's all my finishes, fully finishes, new starts, whips, and a mess. There's a lot of mess here. My next section probably would be maybe my Flosstube Friends. So I usually recommend 2 or 3 channels that I suggest you go watch. Most people have probably heard of all of these. The first is the Garnet Rose Stitches. I love watching these 2 girls. They've got this best friend energy, which I have with my best friend, and I wish we were doing the Flosstube together as well, but our schedules don't allow. But you definitely should go check them out. They do some beautiful work. My next one would be Stitch by Liz, also an Australian stitcher. She does a lot of fandom stitching. Beautiful bright colors, beautiful stitching, and she is hilarious. So you should check her out. She's also a really bad influence. She'll make you buy lots of things. And my last one is Contented Needleworker Kim. If you haven't seen her channel, you should definitely go watch. She has this gorgeous, she's surrounded by samplers. Amazing stitching. She is so lovely. I do a regular Zoom stitchy with some girlfriends, and Kim is often there, and she is so, so lovely. She's also taught me that why I didn't like stitching samplers originally was there was just too much going on. She doesn't stitch the whole sampler. There's no rules. We can do what we like. So I'm taking a leaf out of her book, and I'm doing some samplers, and I'm just doing the motifs that I like. Why not? Who says I have to stitch the whole thing? So definitely go check out Contented Needleworker Kim. They're my 3 Flosstube friends this week. I think I only have left is haul, which isn't much because I'm trying to no buy, and my plans. So for my haul, I only have, I'm in Fabric of the Month Club with Crafty Leanie, and last month's, hang on, February's, what are we? So February's, which I received last month after I filmed my last video, is this beautiful ice dyed purple and teals. Purple is my favorite color. Teal is my second favorite color. It is gorgeous. I have plans for it. I just have to find the right pattern. So I'm wanting to do, I love Disney, but Ursula in particular. I really identify with Ursula. She's fat, she's purple, and she's evil, so she's totally me. I want to do like a silhouette, black, just black stitching on this gorgeous, gorgeous fabric, but I just haven't found the right picture yet. The right pattern, sorry, I should say. So that's my next shopping plan, unless anyone has any suggestions. If you know any awesome villains, particularly Ursula patterns that are more silhouettes, put them down below for me so I can check them out. I'm also in the Stitch in Time Thread Club. So each month I get 6 new Classic Colorworks threads. I haven't opened this yet, so excuse the crinkly. I was waiting for this video. So last month's threads, this month should almost be here. Last month's threads were Tabby. It's really nice light grey. Tahiti Orange. Tangerine. I'm not an orange person, but I can totally see Halloween in this. It's beautiful. Look at the variegation in that. Tartan Plaid. Now, that doesn't have my name all over it. Tea and Biscuits. And Tennessee Red Clay, which I've used before. I love this one. That's this month's thread of the month collab from A Stitch in Time, which is in Tasmania here in Australia. My only other haul, well, I have some big haul, but I'll show you that in a minute. My only other haul was I got a couple of patterns. So I got this heartstring samplery, the glare, I should have took it out of the plastic, I'm sorry. Heartstring samplery, Amazing Grace. I'm changing this up. I don't love the red flowers. This makes it look Christmassy to me. And Amazing Grace in our house is actually been used as a funeral song for most of my extended grandparents, aunts, uncles, etc. My grandmother loved that song. So I'm stitching it in her favorite colors and mine as well. I've got some silks for you. I'm doing it in really dark, moody purple instead of the bright red, less Christmassy looking. I also got another heartstring samplery. Sorry, zips again and packets again, I'm sorry. I saw this on 2 Needles Pulling Thread. Missy was stitching this, I think around Christmas time, and I loved it. I love this Christmas stitch. It doesn't look Christmas. Sorry, that's definitely, I need to start that. Probably in July, I'm gonna do some Christmas in July starts. I will probably do this then. Should all also go check out 2 Needles Pulling Thread. Also amazing Best Friend Energy. And my other pattern was a Plum Street sampler. This is Bingley's Library. I follow Bridgen, the museum stitcher. She stitched this and she changed. I don't like how it's hyphenated. Yeah, that would drive me nuts. She recharted it and it's all on its own lines. I need to maybe ask her for her conversion if she's happy to give it to me. Otherwise I've got to sit and try and play with this, which I don't know. It's so beautiful though. and definitely another good literary stitch because I have a lot of Anne of Green Gables, as I've said. I've got 2 or 3 Little Women. I'm charting my own 7 Little Australians because that's my favourite book, but cross-stitch charts don't exist for that book. Not many people even know about it. And that's another good one that I can start. My last pattern purchase is a Blackbird Designs, and it's another Christmas one. Christmas Rose. I do believe my friend Avril also has this, so I might convince her to do a stitch along with me. She doesn't take much convincing. Neither do I. My only other haul. Okay, I'm going to move the camera so you can see. This is my big haul. I have my own DMC tower. As you can see, it's just sitting in the middle of the hallway pretty much. I have to reorganize my entire sewing room to fit this in, but I'll make it happen so that I can have all of them accessible. I think that's pretty much going to be my master set. That way I can always start anything whenever I want, wherever I want. That's my main haul, my big haul, and my plans. I only have one other plan. So the next Thursday. Next Thursday in Australia is Anzac Day. I'm not sure if other countries know Anzac Day. Stands for Australian New Zealand Army Corps. So we have our Day of Remembrance for our fallen soldiers and everyone who fought for our country. So I'm starting, again, plastic. Why did I get it out of the plastic? So I'm starting Long Dog Samplers Anzac. This is going to be a beast. Now I'm doing an Australian pattern on our Australian Remembrance Day. I'm doing it on Australian fabric, fox and rabbit of course. This is called eucalyptus, which is our iconic Australian tree. And I'm stitching it with Silks for You. I bought a hank of Silks for You. Also Australian. On my ginger stitch, also Australian, floss holder. So I cannot wait to start this next week, but it's a monster. I love this fabric. And of course my needle minder, Bluey. How Australian can you get? That's my only plans. I think that's it. I mean, I'll say my only plans. That's my only planned start. I have a date in mind. I have to start it on that day. I do have lots of plans I have 30 projects kitted up over there. I have lots of plans. What I start, when I start, just depends what I feel like. This is my only start with a date in mind though. I am trying to not buy anymore. I said that last time, I know, and I bought some more patterns, but I really am not. Other than the Thread Club and the Fabric of the Month Club, which I'll stay in for the moment, that's it. I'm not buying anymore. I have enough stuff to last me a long, long time. I think I've got some time in the next couple of weeks, so I'll probably get some good stitching in, and I'll try and come back maybe in about 3 weeks. I won't leave it as long as last time. 6 weeks was a little bit too long. Although it's good to have a lot of finishes to show at once. That's about it for me. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.